Thank you to Very Special Events for that fantastic flamenco performance. What a great start to the evening. Thanks, guys. That was wonderful. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Remarkable Venue Awards right here at the Tourism Innovation Summit in Seville. It's lovely to have you all with us. I'm Lauren. I'm a member of the Tiqets Awards team, and I'm going to be your host for this evening. I also want to extend a big welcome to everyone who's joining us online from all parts of the world. As many of you may know, this is a hybrid event, and we do that to allow as many of our venues to join us as possible. Thank you to all of you who are here in person as well. Let's kick off. I'm going to start off by saying congratulations to all of the phenomenal museums, attractions, and experiences that have been nominated in this year's awards. I think I speak for everyone at Tiqets when I say that it gets harder and harder every year to choose our best and winning attractions because there are so many venues doing creative and amazing things out there. So well done for getting nominated. This award series is all about celebrating the best museums and attractions around the world, from unearthing the best hidden gems to crowning and recognizing the best museums and landmarks. We want to highlight the world's favorite venues, and we want to make them even more discoverable. It's also about inspiring our peers in the industry. So whether you hear something from our wonderful keynote speaker this evening, or you chat to another venue and you get a good idea, we hope that you leave this evening feeling truly inspired. Now, you already know the regional winners of this year's Remarkable Venue Awards. This evening, we're going to be crowning our 7 global winners. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the process, all of our regional winners were entered into a competition to become a global winner, and based on more than 9,000 votes from travel and culture lovers from all over the world, we have discovered the 7 best museums and attractions in top destinations all around the world. But before we reveal these 7 global winners, we have a couple of other things in store for you. We're going to kick off with an introduction from our very own Luke Elsinger, Tiqets president and co-founder. We're then going to hand over to Kelly Edwards, our keynote speaker. Kelly is a travel expert who, among other things, hosts her own travel TV show and hosts the podcast Let's Go Together. And then finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to reveal the 7 global winners of the Remarkable Venue Awards in 2022. Luke, come on up.
So the difficult thing is that everybody tells me, so here's even a clock, don't talk longer than 5 minutes. I won't do it that long. But just a few words back why we started Tiqets. Together with Martin, also here in the room, I can't see it because of the lights. We started Tiqets in 2015 because we wanted to make culture more accessible. So get rid of all boundaries that there are to visit more frequently, museums, attractions, experiences around it, etc. Now, 7, 8 years later, with a great pandemic in between, I think we have succeeded a little. You know, getting rid of boundaries, of languages, of payment methods, of getting in with your mobile phone. But I think, you know, there's so much more we can do to make culture really more accessible. Get people more frequently in and discover all these remarkable stories in the way they want. For children, in a way that children can adopt. For really culture addicts, in a way that they get inspired, etc. So we are in the middle of a long story. So first of all, I want to thank the whole Tiqets team for organizing this already for a few years. And I want, first of all, a warm applause for all of them who organized this. And second of all, we could not do this without our, we call them supply partners. I hate the word supply because the real partners is the ones that deliver the experiences. We don't do that. We help them to get more people. We help them to, with these kind of evenings, to get even better in what they do. But a warm applause for everybody who helps us to become successful and get more people into the venues. Thank you. So last, I want to introduce Kelly. And I was trying to make a lot of jokes, but I think, you know, having on stage a woman who is on television on Discovery, who is considered as one of the most powerful women in travel by Condé Nast, it doesn't need any introduction. So Kelly, take the floor, and I'm looking forward to hear your great keynote. Thank you.
Hello. I wasn't aware that I was already going to have to cross a little bit of an adventure space in high heels. So thank you guys, I made it. That was the first part of the talk. But anywho, I'm Kelly Edwards, and I am here today to talk to you all about how you can get lost through travel. For those of you who do not know, I am a travel and adventure expert by land, air, and sea as a multi-rated licensed pilot, an advanced open water scuba diver, and an explorer. I've done mountaineering, camping, survivalist things. If you drop me off in the middle of an island, I will surely come back alive. Don't ask me how I know, but I'm here right now. That should tell you a little something. Let's see here. Just a second while you get a moment to look at the pictures. There we go. So I have been to over 65 countries and 6 continents and counting. Hopefully by the spring of 2023, I will hit my 7th continent, which will be in Antarctica. Cross your fingers for me. I am also a presenter. I am, as Lauren said, a podcast host for Travel and Leisure magazine with a podcast called Let's Go Together. And this is a podcast where we shed light on the underrepresented in the travel space and in the adventure space while sharing diverse stories and celebrating inclusion in the travel space. Because let's be honest, it's not often when we hear the stories of those who are disabled, LGBTQ, minorities, widowed women, and these are the types of stories that we tell on the podcast. I've interviewed some incredible people, and if you guys have a chance, please feel free to listen on wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere. You will definitely be moved by one of the 50-plus episodes that are there. I am also a television host, the first Black woman to have her own adventure travel series on the Travel Channel. My show is called Mysterious Islands, and here I explore the cultures and the traditions of some of the most fascinating and remote places in the world. And just to give you guys a little summary of what I've been doing there, here is the trailer. Would you like to turn up the volume, please?
Because when you're cut off from the mainland, strange things happen.
Around 30,000 people were killed. Is this place haunted? It's a mystery.
My name is Kelly Edwards.
Yeah!
As a travel journalist, I'll do anything to reach our planet's most remote places. Climb, dive, or fly.
It's taken me 5 days to get over here.
I'm on a journey to explore the world's most mysterious islands.
I have no idea where my contact is.
In a quest to discover the untold secrets they hold.
What is that? This right here proves it. Whoa.
Isn't that cool? I'm often in awe at the things that I get to do because, you know, I wake up, I put 2 feet on the ground just like everyone else, and then I see stuff like this, I'm like, holy smokes, you did that yesterday. Wow, okay. But the reason why I'm here to talk to you today is because you all work in an industry that is very near and dear to my heart. And I want to talk to you guys about how museums and attractions can evoke the same sense of adventure through their experiences. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm gonna put my city on and say that Chicago is home to some of the most incredible attractions in the world. We have the Shedd Aquarium, the Sears, or as it's known now, the Willis Tower, the Bean, the Field Museum of Natural History, and the Museum of Science and Industry. And as a young girl, these are the places, with the exception of the Bean, because I wasn't born in 2019. I have definitely frequented as a young person. If you can see here, if you can tell, this is a dinosaur print. The Field Museum on the slide that I just showed you before has one of the largest collections in the States of dinosaurs. And as a kid, when I left from Chicago to California, it was the very first time that I ever saw mountains. And when I was riding on the Greyhound bus with my mother, I looked at these mountains, and I asked my mother, and I said, "What are those? Are those buried brontosauruses?" Because coming from Chicago, I had never seen anything but pretty much a flat concrete jungle with a few erect buildings. And so I remember my mother looking at me while we were riding on that Greyhound bus, and she said, "No, Kelly, those are called mountains." But as a kid, and even as an adult, I am still very fascinated with dinosaurs. So when I had the opportunity to go to the Dampier Peninsula, which is in Broome, Australia, Western Australia, I was over the moon. It is one of the few places where you can see 7 species of dinosaur footprints that are well preserved today, and here's a bit of my reaction. One of the most amazing places in the world with the most dinosaur footprints documented to date. Here's one here. Here's another. And this one has the best outlining of a dinosaur footprint from a Tracheosaurus. Mind is blown. 120 million years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth right here in this spot and left a trace. So even though I traveled thousands and thousands of miles, sat on an airplane for probably 17 plus, what I realized is that you can also see dinosaurs. Why? Because they're in so many museums. Here I am during the pandemic, clearly with my mask on. Even though I had traveled to Australia to experience that, the Chicago Field Museum of Natural History still is a place that I love to visit, because whether I see my dinosaur footprints out in the field, being able to see it in an attraction that's accessible to many more people was something that I always really, really loved to do. As I mentioned earlier, I am also a pilot. I have flown in various places around the world. Not only do I fly single-engine aircraft, I also have my seaplane license. And so here I am flying everywhere from Australia to Alaska to California, having all of these different experiences that personally enrich my life. One of the reasons why I became a pilot was because I wanted to separate myself from all of the travel hosts that were on TV. And so I said, we're all getting on aircraft to go to the places to talk about these travel experiences on television, but no one's flying themselves to get there. So if I become a pilot, I will separate myself from everyone. And guess what, guys? It worked. But I have to admit that one of the places that I also love to spend a lot of time in are aviation museums around the world. There are a few while I'm here that I'm going to go hop on a train and go sneak and see. One of the reasons why I love going to aviation museums is because it lets me know the history of those who've come before me. Here we have Amelia Earhart and Bessie Coleman, which was the first Black woman to get her pilot's license in the world. And Amelia Earhart, who more people are familiar with, got her license 1 year after Bessie Coleman. And where did I read this information? In a museum. As we all know, by now, I like to spend a lot of time in the water. You've seen me diving when I showed you the Mysterious Island trailer. And one of the things that I recall as a kid, and one of my last memories, was with my grandfather, who took me to the aquarium at 19 years old, right before he passed, and we spent all day in the aquarium. And I was just like, I would love to find a way to also be in the ocean instead of just seeing them always inside of the aquarium. And so what I went to learn to do was get my scuba diving certification, and I also spent time down in San Diego to learn how to free dive. And so one of my goals was to always go and swim with the whale sharks. And so I had this opportunity to do so by having a spotter plane and a walkie-talkie on the boat where I was at, the spotter plane in the air saying that they found one. This was the last whale shark that was in the area that was migrating out. So I literally jumped frantically into the water, thrust my GoPro into my dive master's hand and said, take this shot. And this is the shot she got for me. And yes, I'm wearing a matching swimsuit to the whale shark. I said, if I can get this moment, if I can capture this, I want to make sure that it's memorable. And of course, you know, we got to be stylish in the adventures. But before I actually ever had the opportunity to get in the water with the whale shark, I got chills right now thinking about this. My first time actually seeing a whale shark was in the Georgia Aquarium. That's the silhouette of my face. Years before, I was actually able to not only learn how to dive, because I'm afraid of the ocean. To this day, I'm still afraid of the ocean, but mind over matter, that doesn't matter, right? I was able to see a whale shark, and I knew that one day the glass would not be in front of me, and that was the opportunity that I was able to have. But had I not seen this ginormous fish from afar at first, I'm not sure if I would have necessarily had the gusto to get in the water. But this is one of the ways that attractions also can spark that sense of adventure early on, and what I choose to do is just take it up a notch and go out there and experience it for myself. My friends always make fun of me because I think I'm Indiana Jones. I think I'm Laura Croft in Tomb Raider, and I'm like, anytime there's anything having to do with burying something, digging it up, I'm going to do that. As a kid, I used to draw maps, and I took my parents' keys, and I buried it in the yard, and that map that I made earlier was supposed to lead me to the keys. It didn't. I lost the house keys, the car keys, and to this day, those keys have not been found, but I still have that map, and I'm determined to go back to the old house one day and find them. But here I am for an episode of Mysterious Islands in Alaska on an archaeological dig, and you see this huge smile on my face because I have something in my hand, but there's a story behind this. For TV purposes, when we were digging, or I was digging, I found a spearhead incredibly quick. And I said, that was a little too easy. That's not how this goes. That's not what it looks like in the movies. And then I started looking at my crew, and they looked really guilty, just kind of looking around. And I'm like, did you guys plant this here? And I found out they did. And I was so upset because I really love to have authentic experiences. I feel like it doesn't matter if the cameras are there or not. This is the life that I lead, and so I always wanted to make sure that I connect to the audience through things that I'm doing in real life. And so I was so mad that I practically demanded that we stay there until I find something. And this was an hour later. I'm literally scraping, learning from the archaeologist next to me, telling me exactly how to do it, and this was the actual spearhead that I found. I did say, am I going to get credit for this? And when I go back to Alaska, my name better be there, discovered by Kelly Edwards, or yeah, we're going to have a problem. But if you notice, you don't always have to go out in the field. I mean, I have to be honest, a lot of people won't necessarily have those type of experiences in life. But as we know, spearheads are everywhere in all the museums. And for me personally, there's the dinosaur section and there's the spearhead section. So at the British Museum, as we all know, they have such a large collection. And you don't necessarily have to go out try to get a TV show, to try to go dig, to try to find an artifact. You can literally go into the museums, as you all know, and see these things there. And I find that really fascinating. So I try to always relate that to people when they say, oh, I want to do what you do, but I just don't know where to start. For me, my research is done in the museums and the landmarks. And then I take that knowledge and then I go into the field. Now, I'll be honest. Yeah, someone said scary, tell me about it. You see my face? I grew up going to zoos, right? And as a kid, you're just fascinated by seeing all of these things. And I've always loved the big game animals. And when I had the opportunity to go on safari in Kenya, I was over the moon. But when the elephant came up to the vehicle, I felt like the roles were reversed. I was no longer looking at the elephant, but the elephant was looking at me. And so I was just like, this is what it feels like to be in a zoo. I don't know how I feel about that. But those who can't go on a safari, as we all know, can easily see these large game animals in a safe and controlled environment at either a zoo or a rehabilitation center or even a conservation center. And I chose this picture on purpose. It's a young man in a wheelchair because I have friends who have special needs or are disabled, and I hope that you all are always considering being accessible, not just to, different people, but also people with different abilities. To this day, I still have friends that complain about the fact that they can't see your wonderful thing because their wheelchair cannot get up to the place that that you guys are showing. So for those of you who are still working on that, please do, because I know some wonderful people who would be happy to go and visit these places only if they could get there. If you're lucky, you may actually be a part of history, even if it was before you were born or your parents were born. I'm in Barcelona, and I'm in the museum, the Picasso Museum, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Pablo Picasso drew a picture of me. And so I'm like, this is unreal. The only thing is that he kind of got my haircut wrong. It's a little longer than I prefer. But I'm like, how cool is that? Have you ever went into a place and saw something that was similar to you, your culture, your history, your traditions? If not, I encourage you to peek a little harder, because I feel like these are people who are our ancestors. These are lines of lineage that we've come from that we could surely find a way to connect with. I love that. That really threw me off. And plus, the paper's kind of close to my skin tone, so, that works. But I also want to say that I want to reverse engineer some things. There are so many museums and so many landmarks that have Egyptian artifacts. Why not do the reverse and actually go to the Valley of Kings? One of the ways that I live my life is that I make sure I incorporate anything that I'm curious about, anything that I'm passionate about in my real life. And so I tell people all the time, if you've seen something in a place, why not take it a step further and go and explore that? And it can even be as simple as a single cup of tea. This is me having tea in the US, but I've also had it in England, chai tea in India, and even in Japan. So what I love to leave you with is to encourage you to find a way to add a sense of adventure to your offering, because there's always a way that we can enrich the visitor's experience. Thank you.
Thank you to Luke and to Kelly especially for that incredibly inspiring keynote speech. That was really a pleasure to listen to. Okay, is everyone ready for the global winners announcements? I promise you I'm only going to take a few more seconds of your time and then we're getting there. I want to explain a little bit about the Remarkable Venue Awards before we go any further. So as with our regional awards, we have 7 categories for global winners to be crowned. The first 5 categories are based on more than 1 million customer reviews on Tiqets.com. This is how we chose our regional award winners. These categories are Best Museum, Best Attraction, Best Landmark, Best Onsite Experience, and Most Remarkable Venue. The last 2 categories are Most Innovative and Best Hidden Gem. And these awards were both application-based, and the winners were selected by local panels of tourism industry experts. I just want to take a moment to say thank you so, so much to those judges who helped us select these award winners. We could not have done this without you, and we truly appreciated your expertise. So, as a reminder, the regional winners in all of these categories were then entered into a voting-based competition to be crowned global winners. We received more than 9,000 votes in this competition. So, Jaume, would you like to come up on stage and announce our first global winner?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jaume, and I'm the Tiqets regional manager for Spain and Portugal. So this evening, I'll have the pleasure to introduce the nominees for the Best Museum. Quiero agradecer muy especialmente a los partners de España que se han acercado hoy hasta Sevilla. Também grande obrigado aos nossos parceiros portugueses que por primeira vez participam também destes prémios. Então, obrigado. So, luckily, my category is very transparent, Best Museum. That's the explanation we need. All what these museums have in common is that they got the best reviews out of thousands of reviews that we got in our platform. So let's have a look at the nominees we have tonight before we unveil the global winner. So the nominees are La Cinémathèque Française in France. We've got the Dialogue House Hamburg in Germany, Pinacoteca Ambrosiana for Italy, the Moritz House in the Netherlands, Immersivus Gallery in Portugal, the Salvador Dalí House Museum in Spain, Louvre Museum in Abu Dhabi, the Postal Museum in the UK, and finally, the National World War II Museum in the USA. So I'd like to remind all of you that each of these museums already took home the award of the best museum in their country based on the reviews we got. And I'd like also to take some seconds to congratulate all of you for this great achievement of being the best museum in your country. So a big applause for all of you. But we can only have one global winner, which is in this blue envelope, and I'm going to have the privilege to be the first one to know. Okay, so this is a good thing about these awards, that regardless of size and fame, any museum can win. In this case, it may not be one of the great museums in the world, but it's a museum that inspired an artist to create the works that today hang in some of the greatest museums in the world. So our lucky winner tonight, our global winner, is Salvador Dalí House Museum in Spain.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And well, we would like to thank Tiqets for their engagement with cultural activities and especially with this hour to the House Museum in Cadaqués. It's a little bit museum in a little corner space next to the Mediterranean, but very, very few places. But in fact, I think this hour is in fact for the Dali's creativity, not for us, and for the Galas Dali Foundation teams who are responsible of making every day of the Dali Museum in Figueres, in Cadaqués, and Pobla possible. And well, I don't know to say anything. Yes, it's important. See you in the Dali's homeland. It's a place between the Pyrenees and the Mediterranean, and call it Empordà. And see you now. Thank you very much.
So if you don't know it yet, you can already put Cadaqués on your checklist and discover this beautiful museum on your own. And now we're going to welcome my colleague Nadia, my Italian counterpart, to announce the global winner of the next category.
Thanks, Jaume. So I'm Nadia, I'm the regional manager for Italy, and I'm proud to announce today the best global attraction. Ciao, sono Nadia, regional manager Italia, e ne approfitto per salutare i miei partner italiani, Fabio di Vox e Galleria Borbonica, vincitrice di Best Landmark Italia. Okay, so the best attraction celebrates the best attraction all around the world, so from interactive museum, interactive experience, and theme park to guided visit for a cultural location. They are based on the customers' reviews, and they got a lot of excellent customers' review and tickets. So let's see now who the nominees are. So we have for France, Puy de Feu, hope the pronunciation is correct, Olivier. Then we have Time Ride Call in Germany, Villa Gregoriana in Italy, This is Holland in Netherlands, Museo FC Porto in Portugal, Athletic Club Museo Tor San Mames in Spain, the Yellow Boats in Dubai in UAE, RHS Garden Winsley, UK, and then in US, Filioli Historic House Garden. Each of the nominees has already taken the award in their own country, but I would really like to give an applause of all of them. So let's now discover who the winner is. For Best Attraction 2023, the winner is the Museo FC Porto in Portugal.
Hello. I'm so happy. Kelly, you need to start to visit football museums and sport museums because they are amazing. Okay, not for me, don't forget anybody. Seville has been a stage of FC Porto victories since we won the UEFA Cup in 2003. Yeah. Now, the global recognition of the best global attraction by Tiqets. I want to thank Tiqets organization, to my team, because this award is the result of their work, especially Luis Valente, to our board and our president, to all the support they give to our work, and to all our visitors. It's due to them we won this prize. FC Porto Museum and Dragon Stadium is an amazing project. It's a beautiful museum and the first in the world to make part of World Tourism Organization as an affiliate member. It's more than a museum, and the club is the main brand of the city of Porto that, as we see with this award, takes the city and the region to a worldwide recognition. Thank you so much. And for all the dragons in this stage, Porto. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, excuse me. So congratulations again to Museo FC do Porto. I've never visited, but Jaume told me that you can really feel the passion for the team during the experience. So congratulations again. And now let's do another round. Even though I'm Italian, so I must say for my boss, Forza Roma. And now we can welcome on the stage the Tiqets co-founder and Kiev supplier officer, Martin Rijmaker.
Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm here to present today. So first of all, introduce myself. I'm Martin. I'm one of the co-founders of Tiqets. I'm here to present the award for Best Landmark. Best Landmarks, what we include in this category are places of worship, like churches, palaces. We also have observation decks, iconic landmarks, castles. Those are also included into this category. I also need to say something in Dutch to welcome our Dutch fans. So, welkom iedereen. I'm not sure if there's... ik weet niet zeker of er mensen zijn in het audience vandaag, maar ook de mensen die het kijken via de uitzending. Welkom allemaal. Zonder jullie hadden we hier nooit kunnen staan. Ook onze Nederlandse partners hebben ons enorm geholpen in de afgelopen jaren. Dus gefeliciteerd. We hebben een aantal genomineerden vanavond ook... hopelijk met een award. We gaan het zien. So first, I want to introduce all the nominees. So again, all these nominees have gotten the best reviews in their category. They are regional winners. So let's introduce them. Basilique Cathédrale de Saint-Denis from France. Schloss Neuschwanstein from Germany. We have Galleria Borbonica from Italy. They're in the audience. I spoke to them. The Keukenhof from the Netherlands. Castelo dos Moros from Portugal. We have Castillo de Almodovar de Rio from Spain. The Castle Al Watan Palace from UAE. The Stamford Bridge Stadium Tour from the UK. And the Summit One Vanderbilt in New York. A great observation deck. Again, as the previous announcers, I want to first of all say that all of these nominees have been the winner in their category, in their region. So I would like to first of all give a big applause to all of them, because they are already winners. But of course, there's only one global winner. So I have the pleasure of announcing them, and the global winner is Schloss Neuschwanstein from Germany. Congratulations again, Schloss Neuschwanstein. They couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, so we'll make sure they get their award. Our regional manager in Germany is going to bring it to them. Congratulations again, Schloss Neuschwanstein. I want to now introduce my colleague, Olivier from France, who's going to introduce the next award. Olivier, up to you.
Thank you, Martin. Great venue, actually on my to-do list for next. Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. My name is Olivier. I'm the regional director for the Western Europe region at Tiqets. It's a pleasure to be here tonight with such a great crowd, actually. I am very glad to present the next award, which is the Best On-Site Experience. The best on-site, and just before that, a quick introduction in French for our French partners who are watching wherever the camera is, I think up there. Bonsoir à tous. En tant que représentant de l'équipe de gestion des partenariats en France, je souhaite saluer chaleureusement toute l'équipe, tous nos partenaires pour une année très fructueuse. Et un grand merci, à très bientôt, de retour en France. The selection of this award is based on the experience at the venue, which includes also the staff interactions, the information available for the visitors or provided to the visitors. Well, let's go to the nominees. The Domaine de Chaumont-sur-Loire, France. Museum für Photographie, Helmut Newton Foundation in Germany. Interpreti Veneziani, Nadia, I hope I did it well. National Monument, Camp Vreuk, on the Netherlands. Ideal Clube de Fado, in Portugal. La Perle by Dragone, in Dubai. Musical Instrument Museum, in the USA. La Cova de Saigua, in Spain. And Western Approaches in the UK. Each of these nominees have won the title in their own country, in their own region. So, just as the other, let's get a round of applause for all of them. So, now, are we ready to know who's the winner? So this year, Best On-Site Experience Global winner is, maybe should I say, el ganador es Cova de Saigua, Spain, Menorca. So unfortunately, representatives from Cova de Saigua couldn't make it here tonight this evening, but we have the director of Cova de Saigua who sent us a message, Elena Costa, and would like to share this message with you.
Muy buenas tardes. Desde la Fundación Fomento del Turismo de Menorca queremos agradecer a la organización de Remarkable Venue Awards esta distinción que nos otorgáis para el atractivo turístico que es Sa Cova de Saigua. Sa Cova de Saigua es un espacio, es una cueva que se ha recuperado hace poco gracias al esfuerzo del Consejo Insular de Menorca. Y bueno, tener un premio con su corta trayectoria, pues la verdad es que se resulta muy gratificante. Lamentamos no poder estar ahí con todos vosotros para poder recoger esta distinción, pero os enviamos un cálido saludo y sobre todo muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much, Elena. I know you're watching us. And now I'd like to call on stage my colleague and team member Danielle to announce the next category.
Thank you, Olivier. Good night, one and all. I'm Daniel. I'm Tiqets account manager for Spain and Portugal. And I'm very proud to be here tonight to introduce you the most innovative museum. So actually, the most innovative venue award recognizes attractions and museums that found a unique way or to present to their customers. So examples on those unique ways could be new technology or sustainability initiatives or maybe even marketing campaigns or strategies. So let's meet the nominees. Here we have Chercheurs de Tourneur du Futuroscope in France, Studio of Wonders in Germany, Tempio del Brunello in Italy, Our House Museum in the Netherlands, Livraria Lello in Portugal, Mirador Torreglorias, Spain, Atlantis Aquaventure, UAE, Mercatours in the UK, and Area 15 in the USA. Well, as previously before, each of these nominees have already taken home their regional awards. So I would like to ask for a round of applause to all of them. But as we all know, there can only be a winner, and the winner for the most innovative venue global winner is Livraria Lello.
Doesn't stand. Hi, good evening. This is just for me to remember as my colleagues from Porto. Congratulations. So it's good, very good. I didn't brought the scarf, but thank you. So first of all, obviously, thank to Tiqets for the nomination and to thank all the people that voted for us. And a special thank you to our team who works daily to give our visitors and readers the experience of visiting the most beautiful bookshop in the world. This award is a truly remarkable recognition that the work that we are doing is in line with the founders of the bookshop. And as any centennial brand that isn't taken care of, Livraria Lello was on the verge of disappearing. But in 2015, Pedro Pinto family took over the bookshop, acquiring the majority stake of the bookshop, and they revolutionized the business completely, and that's the business that you know today. So they gave it a second life. With the attraction of new readers, new benefits, and the adoption of innovative business models and cultural programs, Livraria Lello became a living space for books, authors, and readers, and we are at the moment the biggest exporter of Portuguese literature into the world. Because this is who we are. We look to the past to inspire our future. So, thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to call on stage my colleague Rachel, please.
everyone. Thank you, Daniel. My name is Rachel, and I'm the head of brand marketing at Tiqets, and I am very proud to have the honor tonight to introduce the nominees for the Best Hidden Gem. This award is one of my personal favorites. It's focused on venues that are unique or unconventional, and the purpose of it is to highlight these lesser known or more niche museums and attractions to travelers around the world. The nominees for this award are Le Club Extraordinaire, Schloss Augustusburg, the exhibition A World of Potential, the home of the human safety net in the Procurati Vecchie building, Escher in the Palace, 516 Aruca, Ponte Suspensa, Bibo Park, Ibiza Botanico Biotecnologico, the National Aquarium, Abu Dhabi, Hidden London, exclusive tours by London Transport Museum, and Fotografiska in New York. We'd like to congratulate all of these nominees for already winning this award in their country. And now it's time to figure out who's won the global award. The Best Hidden Gem global winner is Hidden London, exclusive tours by London Transport Museum.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Ollie Burton, head of Hidden London at London Transport Museum. Hidden London, not so hidden anymore, it seems. We are absolutely delighted to have won this Global Hidden Gem Award. We'd like to extend our thanks, warm thanks to Tiqets, and of course to everybody who voted for us. We're absolutely delighted. Hidden London is a commercial business of the London Transport Museum, which is an educational charity, doing lots of great work conserving London's transport heritage, but also teaching young people how to be safe on public transport, inspiring young people to be engineers, and many other wonderful educational activities. And you've got a little glimpse there of what Hidden London is all about. We give people guided tours of disused tube stations, hidden tunnels, and secret spaces on London's transport system. So we show people the unsuspecting hidden world beneath their feet, dripping in history. We have a lot of people to thank. Hidden London could not possibly exist without our incredible team of tour guides and customer service assistants who do an incredible job in quite difficult circumstances, in often dark and damp and mysterious places, down hundreds of stairs, but they tell an incredible story and keep our guests safe. The original creators of Hidden London, Chris Nix and Sidney Holloway, realised by Laura Brown, our wonderful ticketing and marketing team, and our wonderful core team, Mark, Sean, Dave, Paul, and the rest of the team, Molly, who do a fantastic job. We're delighted with this award. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much. I'd now like to welcome our Tiqets co-founder and president, Luke Elzinga, back on stage to announce the last award of the evening, the Most Remarkable Venue Award.
So thank you, Rachel, and congratulations all the winners already. The Most Remarkable Venue Award, the award that is presented to the most remarkable venues. It's a difficult award because there are so many remarkable venues that it's always the most difficult one to decide, but also the one that has the most honor, as it is kind of the winner of the winners. We have a lot of nominees, And the nominees that I would like to present are Fondation Louis Vuitton in France, Alte Nationale Galerie in Germany, Il Duomo di Milano, the Rijksmuseum in the Netherlands, Oceanario de Lisboa, Casa Batlló in Spain, the Dubai Frame, Windsor Castle, and the Titanic Museum attraction Pigeon Forge. Each one of these has, of course, already won the prize of Remarkable Venue, and I would like to have a wonderful applause for these winners. And I would almost say we should now leave the stage because they are winners, but there needs to be one winner, one global winner of the Remarkable Venue Award. And this year, the prize of the most Remarkable Venue Award, the Remarkable Venue Award, will go to Oceanario Lisboa.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Tiqets. Jean, thank you so much for everything you do for us every day. This is a great pleasure to be here today, to be the winner of the winners. So this is very proud. That's why Oceanario is a great place to work, to visit, and to be. So I hope that you could visit us one day, because you will be completely overwhelmed, I'm sure. It's a great place, and I think we... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. This is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Luke, and well done to all of our regional winners, our global winners, and our nominees this evening. We are so impressed with all of you. Can we have one more round of applause for all of our stellar venues? I'd also just like to do a round of thank yous. So many people have been involved in this evening, and I want to say thank you to all of you. To those of you who have joined us online, thank you for being here. To those of you who joined us in person, it means so much to us that you would come out and enjoy this with us. We'd also like to take this opportunity to say thank you to TIS for hosting us once again. It's been an absolute joy to be here. Thank you to Kelly for being such an excellent keynote speaker and for inspiring us all. I'd also like to say a very special thank you to the Tiqets Awards team and to the regional managers for all of your hard work, both this evening and in the lead up to this evening. And of course, a big thank you to all of the museums, attractions, and experiences. Without you, we wouldn't be here. We look forward to seeing you all at next year's Remarkable Venue Awards. We're going to close out this evening with a little more flamenco. So yeah, please stay in your seats and enjoy. Thank you very, very much. That was excellent. We'd like to ask some of our winners, our regional winners, our global winners to come and join us on stage for a photo very quickly so that we can have our flamenco dancers join us. Thank you, everyone.